Kyle and Nina here. Christian random topic. Our first thoughts.
Christian random topic.
Our first
Random
thoughts.
topics.
Sure. Christian random topic. What? Okay.
Did they get saved? Did these sheets get saved?
All right. Let's.
They're Christians.
Yeah.
All of these papers.
Yeah. All right. What up, y'all? Kyle and Nina here. Random topic.
Christian content topics.
Yeah, sure. We're going to draw a random piece of paper that has a Christian topic on it. We're going to give our first thoughts, and we hope you...
And they're going to be embarrassing. They're not going to be right all the time because they're right off the top of our head.
Sure, yep. And we hope this sparks something in you and you go study for it or study it and you bring it back and you talk to us and you comment and what?
And we'll be surprised at what we say too.
Yeah, it'll be like a present.
What?
Okay. No,
Not
we're not that terrible. Draw.
Speak for yourself, darling. Humility. Quit.
Hubert.
Hubris.
Hubris.
Your own hubris. You want me to
Wow.
pick it back up?
Humility. First thoughts. Humility. First thoughts. I'm going to tell you what. I said this today at church. It really just blows my mind how many things come back to pride or humility. We were going over the last
Fruit of the
three
Spirit. No,
Beatitudes.
over Beatitudes.
Yep, and
Peacemaker.
yes, and talking about a peacemaker and you know how if they persecute us, right? Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. So we're talking about all this, and it really just blows my mind how much things come back to humility. And
Kyle, when would you say that you really begun to?
so
This grabbed you at a point in your life, and I remember it.
I know. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I do want to share this. There was someone that Nina loves to listen to. He is an awesome man of God, Eric Gilmore. We love to listen to him.
Changed my life listening to Eric Gilmore.
He comes at a place of real, true humility, and
passion for loving Jesus.
And you know, at first, when Nina would listen to him, it was tough for me because I don't know how many of y'all know me, or if you don't, but just a quick background. I am an ex-infantryman. I love all of that stuff. I was very good at it.
Tough
yes,
guy kind of build,
that stuff, right? And Eric Gilmore was the opposite. Not saying he's not that, but he came at that thing that was very loving, and he uses very intimate and passionate words.
Almost feminine, the way that
sure, it's very soft and very well.
Intimate is the good word for that.
Yes, intimate is the word for it. And it was hard for me. And I remember sitting there and I'd say something to Nina like, I'm struggling with listening to this because it's just so...
It's not in your DNA to be like openly intimate.
It's so intimate, but the Lord really dealt with me hardcore. And, you know, me drawing nearer to Him and the Holy Spirit just revealing to me how absolutely important humility is.
Yes. And
what do you want to say? Something?
I am just like, I can remember it like it was yesterday, having that, like, I'm just going to have to listen to this by myself because he's just like, I knew it was a matter of his manliness was in the way, which is kind of
manliness,
his worldly manliness
flesh of me.
The flesh was in the way there, and I just was like, but there's so much to learn here. You just, and so it ended up being where when it hit him, he was just like, oh, Nina. Eric Gilmore is a humble brother, and he is
so amazing. The Lord really gives him awesome messages.
Yes.
And, you know, I've been praying a lot for the Lord to even give me opportunities to show or to try to be humble in the situation. Yes, to demonstrate that humility. And, you know, I'm always striving to be a humble person. And we were in a situation, and I was really been praying about this for a few weeks now, and then we got into a situation, and I had to excuse myself from this situation, walk outside, and all I can tell you is I really felt like the Lord allowed just a glimpse of his heart for me to
And it broke you like
it broke me. I ain't never sobbed or cried like that in forever. I mean, I can think about it now, just that feeling, and I really just felt like that was the Lord showing me just a very glimpse, a drop, yes, of his heart. And, you know, I cannot express the importance to everyone listening that how we should always strive for humility. And I'm telling you right now, Nina doesn't like this word, but if we are expecting revival, if we are trying to start revival within us, that posture has to be humility, right? That is where revival comes from, is a humble heart. Okay, a humble heart and someone truly seeking the Lord and drawing near to him, and that revival just wells up inside of us from that humility. And I'm telling you, that is, the Lord will use someone that is humble 1,000 times over than he will use anyone else.
how you're preaching.
I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about this.
You gotta just talk.
I'm sorry.
But I do believe that humility is literally the foundation of who our God is. When he says, "Behold, your king cometh meek," he could have chose, like Eric Gilmore said, he could have chose, "Your king cometh strong, your king cometh mighty and powerful."
Yes.
You know, whatever the word may be, he could have been anything, valiantly, but he chose meek. And so I just look at that like, we have to grasp what having that low, humble heart truly is. And it is a daily thing that we have to put on. If we don't, if we're not intentional about humility, we can get into pride in a moment, and it can begin to, it's so insidious. That's another word. Think about, it's insidious. It has been accepted in our culture. Pride, as you know, is obviously the opposite of humility.
Yes.
So if we're going to talk about humility, we talk about pride and how it is almost honored. The more prideful you are about things, you know, think about that. It's celebrated. Humility can be mistaken for weakness, complacency, or indifference, or whatever. So I just feel like
we're not building any rewards here, right? We got to remember that
That's right.
we are building rewards in heaven. And I talked about this earlier today too, right? The judgment seat of Christ.
Yes.
And how our works. That's
We're gonna be humbled right there. That's a fact.
That's
Jack.
for believers. Okay? That's for believers.
That's Duck Dynasty.
I don't know. Maybe. That's a fact, Jack. I think that's
fact,
just,
Jack.
I think that's something.
No, it's the guy for Duck Dynasty. Though.
Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, Willie.
You know, is it Willie?
I think so. I don't know. I'm sure one of them say it. I don't remember what I was saying. You know what? It doesn't matter. Last thing, it's already been, see, we can talk about this for a long time. We're supposed to be short, but, you know, let's stop saying, Lord, just give us humility.
No, you humble
all right?
yourself.
Yes. Let us say,
It's not biblical.
Father, I am humbling myself. I humble myself right now.
I would say also, please, Lord, do not humble me.
Yeah, because you might not want them situations that he's going to use to humble you.
I don't want to sit at the head place of the table and then have to be told to get up because it was never my place.
Yeah, just like people that say, I'm praying for patience. And, you know, the Lord makes them catch every red light on the way to work.
That's me too.
You know, so.
Patience is a virtue. And one phrase that has stuck in my mind is, if you are dry, it's because you're too high. And it's talking about your heart's too high. You're too high. You're puffed up. You have pride. So if you're dry, the way to be filled is to go low. Because the Lord is, what does he say? That he rejects, basically? The one who is prideful.
Yes. The Lord detests pride.
Yes, but what's the why am I drawing a blank? I know it's like the back of my hand. Oh. But anyway.
First thoughts. So, yes, don't do pride.
Don't do pride.
Do humility.
Do humility. Do it. Just do it.
We love you guys.